Okay, everybody, this is the second video. I'm going to start with a continuation of my introduction. Now, the last thing I said on the first video was that I do essay tests. Okay. Now, I don't want anybody to be freaked out by that. I've been doing essay tests as long as I've been teaching. I've been teaching history for a total of 10 years now. Started in the year 2000. And I find that students who actually study and actually prepare for tests do better on essay tests or tests where I'm asking them to give me the information rather than just simply choose which is the right answer. Okay, as in terms of multiple choice or true, false, or matching or something like that. The reason is because when you write something for me, what I can do is I can read that information and evaluate whether you're close enough to get some credit or not. I tend to be rather generous, you know. I'm not going to lie to you or hide that. But if you're in the ballpark, I can give you something. You give me something, I'll give you something. You know, I can show you a little love on an essay or identification test, you might say. Now, let me define what an identification question is. If I give you a term, for example, Christopher Columbus. By the way, I hate Christopher Columbus. He is the most overrated person in history, but you'll get all that. If I give you a term, say, for example, Christopher Columbus, if I give you his name, I'll simply, that'll be my question. Christopher Columbus. What you are to do with that identification question is to tell me what we discussed regarding Christopher Columbus, okay? And if you do that, and do that successfully, I'll give you full credit for that question. If you do it pretty close, you know, say if it's worth 10 points, I can give you 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, something like that. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. Now, if you're considering maybe you don't want to do this, I assure you that if you do put some effort into this class, you will be successful. I've been teaching, like I said, for a long time. People tend to like my class. I try to make history interesting, and based on the comments from the students in terms of the surveys and things like that, they would agree. I make this worthwhile. Okay, so don't be scared. Also, if I give you a big essay question, I will tell you what the question is in advance. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you the question essentially. I'll tell you what to expect in terms of a big essay question. So, what tests tend to consist of for me are a list of identifications. That is a list of terms I'll expect you to tell me what we discussed regarding. Okay, the more you give, the better. Always remember that when you're writing identifications for me, the more the better. Okay. And I will give a big essay question, which I will definitely tip you off on what to expect on that. And I throw in a few multiple choice or something like multiple choices, just for kicks as well. Okay, that's usually how my tests consist of. Okay. Now, when taking your test with the proctors, I use the Respondus Lockdown browser as much as it is possible. That is a device that makes it very difficult to cheat. Be aware of that. I will be looking for these kinds of things, and make sure you're honest with them. I'd much rather have you give me what you have in an honest way than to try and give me something perfect. I can always smell that out. You know, I always know when somebody's giving me too much information or their answer is too perfect. I always can tell. So be aware of that. You know, I'm an easy guy to get along with. I hope we can all be friends. And I hope we can maybe have a deeper understanding of not only history, but of why history matters today. You know, if it didn't matter today, I wouldn't be telling it to you. That's the relevance of history, is because the societies of the past have made us who we are today. If there's something important or valuable to you today, it's because of history. I don't care what subjects you're talking about. You can be talking about nursing, or you can talk about math, or you can talk about sociology or psychology, whatever. It's because of past ideas and beliefs and values that we have our current ideas, beliefs, and values. Okay, so just keep that in mind, you know, and I'll make it very relevant to you, and I'll make it very clear to you how these things still matter today. Now, one other thing that I want to talk about is the discussion board. Okay, now, I've struggled with the idea of a discussion board as I've taught online classes in the past, and I've never really liked the way I've done discussion boards. I've been doing this for 3 or so years now, but discussion boards have never been really a discussion board. They've always been a matter of teachers giving an assigned question to be discussed every week. People don't really discuss it. They answer it in the shortest possible way so they can get their points. I'm not doing that. This doesn't feel good to me. That's not what a discussion board is all about. So what I've done for our discussion board is I have opened up a forum, okay, for you to contribute to. And in that forum, basically the topic is, what do you need answers to? What are your questions? What problems do you have? Why is this guy so crazy? I don't get what he's saying. Why does this all matter? Who even cares anymore? Can you help me for this study for the test and things like that? It's really an opportunity for you as students to discuss with each other things that might help each other. Okay? So for example, if someone maybe doesn't quite understand what I'm talking about as I talk about explorations and I talk about Africa, if you don't quite get it, if you want somebody to maybe clarify, throw it out on the discussion board. Maybe they can help you. If you forget something like a date or what I'm expecting for a test, or maybe, once I give that essay question and somebody misses it, they can ask each other on the discussion board to find that information. Okay? I will, from time to time, contribute to the discussion board. If you have questions that you email to me, I will, in many cases, as long as it's not a personal thing, respond to that question on the discussion board. Okay? Because that's what it's for. It's for us to talk and us to discuss things other than the things that I'm supposed to be presenting to you, the lectures that I'm supposed to be giving, all the other stuff that we might talk about in class. That is what we talk about on the discussion board. Okay? So if you can imagine, I'm in a classroom setting. If you imagine me standing there about to teach you some history about whatever topic, and all of a sudden somebody asks a question about, hey, what's the last day I can withdraw from this class? Or if they ask me, hey, how valuable is that test? How much is that test worth in our final grade? Or whatever questions, that's discussion board material, okay? And that's what I will do with my discussion board. So therefore, you do not get any points for discussion board, okay? Like I said, there are 4 tests and there are 4 grades. If you choose to contribute to the discussion board or not, that is your prerogative. I will leave that up to you. If all you want to do is read the discussion board to get information from other folks, that's fine. If you want to write something every day on the discussion board, that's fine too. Okay? Also, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I figured I'd give it a shot. I have made it possible for you to make anonymous comments on the discussion board. That means you can say something and nobody will know who said it. Everybody will see it, but nobody will know who said it. So if you choose to say that Mr. Graves is a bonehead and I'm tired of him and he's a loser and I'm tired of looking at his funky looking face on the computer screen every day, go ahead, because I won't know who said it. Okay? If you want to put me to the test on that, go ahead and try it and see. There'll be no repercussions. I can't do anything about someone saying something ugly about me, and if I don't know who it is, okay, and I won't be able to know who it is. You'll have an option to make your comments anonymous, so feel free to do that. Okay, I'm not scared. I'm confident in what I do. I think I can make this valuable to you, and so I want you to have the confidence to honestly tell me what you think. Okay, that's really the whole purpose of the anonymous post thing. Okay, all right. So this has been another video of introduction, okay? And my time is up. YouTube videos can be at maximum 10 minutes, so that's why they're so short. So this will be like, I'll call this introduction part 2, and then on the next video I'll really get into teaching the history, okay? See you then.